Hey everyone, you're listening to the Totally 90s podcast. It's Friday. What? And it's time.
TGIF.
Okay, for real. Oh, if only TGIF was back. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, please. If you're listening, NBC, ABC, Peacock, bring it back.
hmm Oh my God, that'd be fantastic. But it is Friday, and you know what that means. It is Fridays with Neen.
Yay! Fridays with Neen. Fridays with Neen. Every day is Fridays with Neen. Yeah.
You're so funny. I love it. We are your hosts, though. I am Neen, and
Woo! Hi, everybody. I'm Steph, her wacky co host.
I
What
love
up,
it.
Neen?
I love a wacky co-host because we're the wackiest.
We are the wackiest and the kookiest.
Yes, and that's how I want to be forever.
We will be forever. I
Yeah.
doubt we're ever going to be normal.
Yeah, and I don't want to be normal. I
No,
hate being normal. Like I always tell Presley, it is so cool to be weird and
it
different.
is. It is. I don't know about you, but my idol growing up was Pee Wee Herman.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that is so funny and crazy you mentioned that because I was thinking about Pee Wee Herman while I was doing my notes for today's show, and I was just thinking randomly about how they had word of the day. And remember, everybody would
Would
scream.
scream. I want to bring that back. See, that sense of humor
Oh,
is just so like rare, and we have that. It's like,
yes.
of course, they would think of that because that's genius. And for
Mhm.
growing up, me and Annie used to do that too. We'd pick like a couch or whatever. That'd be the word,
Uh-huh.
and it'd be like, ah. I just loved it because everything, all the inanimate objects would scream along with them. It's just that show.
We
I
should
would
do
love to.
something like that.
We should. I mean,
Yeah.
remember the Connect the Dots song or the
Oh, oh.
Connect the Dots,
Wah,
la,
wah, wah.
and then the episode where he married his salad.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Or remember, because I did this with my dad's underwear, where he would get the underwear and put it over his head and he pretended he was a nun.
Yes, because he is hilarious. That's exactly what it looks like. I'm telling you,
Yes,
Paul Rubens is so underrated. We don't
he
deserve him. Him
is.
and Pauly Shore. I'm going to
Yeah,
say it.
completely. Completely. Do you follow Polly on Instagram?
I do. He
He
is
is a button,
adorable.
isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
I can't get enough of him. But you're
He's,
right. They're very much so are underrated. Pee-wee just, I loved all his movies. Pee-wee's Big
uh-huh.
Adventure, Big Top, whatever you want to call it. Uh, he just was the epitome of my childhood, as
Yes.
yours as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Definitely.
and
Definitely.
I know a lot of people call him a pervert, but you know what? We all have skeletons in our closet.
I thought you were gonna say, but you know what? We all like strip down and
You know
jack
what
off
though?
at movie theaters.
And it was wrong, bad judgment, but it's just like let it go.
But you know what else? Like he did so much good for kids.
He did.
Like all of that went away because of one. We don't know if he was, I don't even know if we know that he was drunk or high or whatever.
Yeah, we don't know the context
He's
of it.
not Pee Wee Herman all the time. He was
Right.
himself and he was
Mm-hmm.
out and that happened. But like he did
Mm-hmm.
so much, he raised so much money for kids. He just wanted to bring joy and happiness and celebrate individuality. And all of that just got forgotten because of this. And it's,
Oh, totally.
you know what? You know how we always talk about cancel culture and how
Mm-hmm.
it's so alive today?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was back then too.
Oh, it was, and it was so
Yeah.
different back then. I think maybe in a way it was even worse
Yeah.
because, like, look, after that, where'd he go? I mean, now
Exactly.
slowly he came back, right?
Yeah.
In random things here and there, but still that was stuck on him. Like it
Oh
was
yeah.
that was he was labeled a certain, he was known for that. And it was just like that's sad. We all
Yeah.
make mistakes. I'm not saying it was right whatever happened, but at the same time, it was back then and we really don't know what happened. I
Mm-mm,
mean,
not at all.
a lot of things transpire that people just assume or see or whatever. I mean, who knows? Maybe what if he had something in his pants? And you just like, you just don't know. We don't
Okay,
know.
but can I raise this? Because I
Mhm,
think it was like a sexual thing. I think
mhm.
I want to even say he was at like one of those men's theaters. I could
Yes,
be
like
wrong, but
right.
I think that's what it was. Now, George Michael, who we love,
Mm-hmm.
he was caught in a bathroom
Mm-hmm.
by an undercover cop, was it? I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyways, the undercover cop got his rocks off and then
Mm-hmm.
arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
How come we didn't cancel him?
Right.
And he was gay. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like so much like it's such an easy thing to cancel someone already in the early 90s. I think that was in the 2000s though. No, I think it was 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm shocked that he wasn't canceled. But
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman was. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think because the whole he was the host of a kids show played into
Yeah.
that. But like,
Exactly.
oh, it just yeah, that was actually shocking to me because it was kind
It
of the same
was.
same stuff.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's just the setting was different. That's pretty much all. I mean, I just think that I don't know. I just love Pee Wee. He
I
just
do
has
too.
his, the Mecca High, Mecca
Like a
Ho.
hiney ho. I still say
Okay.
that.
And if you don't know what that is, look it up because I am
If
sorry.
seriously, if you don't know what that is, I'm judging you silently and
Thank you.
actually out loud because I just said
Yes,
it.
I agree. Anybody, like if because, I talk through memes and
Mhm.
GIFs. I don't even know. Is that what they're called? GIFs? Because you
Yeah.
know how people say GIF? Is it called GIFs or do you say GIF?
I think it's gifs
It
or
is.
gifs. No, no, no.
Okay.
I think either works.
Because I don't really know, but a few people I've sent that to, and they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, ugh, and I have a moment of silence because I'm just like, "What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
What
seriously.
happened in your childhood?"
To make you so basic and boring.
Absolutely. I'm just like, ugh, no, that's just, I have to question whether or not I'm going to continue, our friendship if you don't know who or what Mechaleka Hi Mechanini
Like a
Ho
hiney
is.
ho. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But, anyways, how are you, Steph?
Sorry, I'm doing great, except my dogs won't stop barking, and I have one of them down here with me now. He's
Aw.
normally quiet, but his sister's acting a fool because she's mad that she's not down here. So, anyways, besides that, actually, I had a pretty good day, and then I found out Tina Turner passed away. So I'm like kind of like
Yeah.
down in the dumps. I was, doing a little nut
Hmm.
bush city limit, dun, 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 and I was
Okay.
listening to some rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, honoring
Rolling on the
Tina.
river. Oh my
Ex-
gosh. I forget about Tina, and then
I
you put on a
know.
song and you're like, dang.
Yeah, she and her story, oh my God, like
Oh,
I didn't know much about her second husband, the one she calls her only husband, her
mhm.
Swiss hubby.
Yeah.
But like he was like 16 years her junior and
Love
like
it.
fell in love. And she actually, when she got sick several years back, she wanted to go on her own terms and do assisted suicide, but he found out he was a match or something and gave her one of his kidneys, putting his life at
Wow.
risk to buy
Oh,
her
what
some
a
more
love
time.
story.
I know. I actually didn't know that till today.
Me
That was so
neither.
lovely. And she's just, man, she's just amazing.
So she was sick for a while. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh my goodness, that's so sad. Because I don't know why, but I could have sworn that she was older and she was only what, 81 or 83?
I think 81.
Yeah, I thought I could have sworn she was in her, later years, like
Oh, well,
88.
because she hit the scene in her later years. She hit the
Hmm.
scene when she was our age.
Wow.
Um,
That's true. Dang. You know what though? For the
83.
time, wow. See, for the time that she had, gracing us with her artistry and beauty and everything else, her talent, she accomplished a lot
She
during
really
that
did.
time.
She did. And then I don't know if you saw, did you see What's Love Got to Do with it?
I did. Oh wait,
So
the
that
most recent one, right?
with Angela no,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
talking
I
about the
didn't see
Angela
that.
Bassett. So that one was it would just give you a glimpse as to like what she really, it was hard to watch, but I love
Oh,
that she fought to keep her stage name and her married name, even though people are like, well, why would you want to keep that man's
yeah.
name? But like, that's what she built her career on and she fought for that. So
Wow.
damn, that's cool. So yeah, I'm
See?
depressed about that. And Angel's taking it hard because she loves Tina Turner. So she's all bummed. I
That's
didn't
so
tell her. When
cute.
I found out, I didn't text her. I had work to tell
Oh,
her. But yeah, so anyways, besides that, I'm okay. How are you, beauteous?
I am good. It's the end of the school year. So by the time this show ends, Presley's last day will be today.
Oh my
And
God.
I'll officially have a fifth grader. So
Holy shit.
yeah,
How
it's
are
nuts.
you?
I know. I'm good. It's sad though, because it's just like you see pictures of when she's younger, you get those Facebook memories, and I'm just
Oh,
like, wow, where's the time gone? And I know that's so cliche that every parent says that, but it's so true because it's just like you said, and I think our previous episode, how time feels like it goes faster, especially when you're a parent, because you see how quickly your kids grow, right? And it's so true because looking at her and just how eloquent she is, like
oh,
today she got an award in school, and it was
oh,
just like,
that
and just
killed
seeing
me.
her confidence and seeing how like she's grown because she used to be so shy, and she's doing all these things that I would never have done ever.
Yes. Like, can you
Yeah.
please share what she told you, what she wants to do when she
She
hits
wants to,
sixth grade?
yeah, she wants to be in student council. She goes, I want to be the president of the school.
And she will be, damn it. We're going to run her
Yes.
campaign. I'm going to be involved. Like,
I
that is going to be
know.
so cool.
I know. I just love it. I'm just like, wow. I'm living through her. It's amazing. So,
Oh,
yeah. And
baby.
you know what I love and love about her is, she loves me. Like,
Oh,
she always
yeah.
leaves me notes saying, "Oh, the best mom ever," or like it's funny, she has all her alarms set up for random stuff, right? So when that random thing pops up, she just hits her alarm. So she has one, and I can't remember what it was for, but she goes, "Oh, to wake up the best mom ever." She's just so cute, right? But today, it's funny how like she expects me on certain things, like every award show, every talent show, whatever. I have to be there, like no
Uh-huh.
excuses, right? Yes. But with Tony, she's always looking for him. Like
Mm.
she won't expect him to be there because she's like, because he works really hard and I know they need him, but she always wants him there. And you see that desire in her to have him there. So today he, took time off work. He took his lunch early to go and be there while she received her award. And he was in the back and he's like taking all these pictures, went up, took more pictures.
Oh,
And then when I greeted her after, the first thing was, "Where's Tony?" I'm like, "He's gone, but I'm here." And she's like, "Yeah, but where'd he go? Is he over there?" And I'm like, "No, he had to go back to work." Okay, that's fine. But
oh
it's
my
just like he always gets an
God.
excuse, but she loves him so much. And it's just like,
Oh,
yeah, wow, I realize how grateful I am to have him and how like amazing he is as like that role for her, because she just loves him so much. And it's just times like these, like you see how important it is to have like that father figure,
yeah. And
and I know
she's,
it's not everybody has that, but
yeah.
it's so like I see how important it is to have like a dad, and like for people that always had dads their whole life, you don't realize like the importance of having a father figure or even a male role in their life. But it's somehow she knows that it's special. It's like the
Mm,
little things she does with him.
yeah.
Like they were sitting on the sofa yesterday like talking about Pokemon, and she'll like hug him and she'll randomly like caress his head and just kind of like this, and it's just so sweet, it's just like, I don't know, it makes me all warm and fuzzy.
I don't blame you. I feel pretty warm my damn self right now. Oh,
But so yeah, so it's the end of the school year, and it's a lot of festivities, but it's fun. It kind of actually reminded me of just, the last week of school.
yeah.
Wasn't that so much fun? I loved it when the teacher was like, "Okay, we're going to start cleaning the classroom and we're going to get rid of
Yeah.
our books and clean our desks." Oh my gosh, it was the best feeling ever.
It really was. It was very fresh,
Yes, wasn't it?
just like the beginning of the school year, that first week of school is always my favorite too. I remember just because
Oh
you have
yeah.
your books freshly covered with
Oh,
brown paper
nice and
bag, and
crisp.
and brand new backpack and brand new school supplies. And oh,
Oh,
I would love when my mom would take me to Target to get my school supplies.
yes.
It was a whole event.
Oh, for
We're
sure.
gonna go to Target and we have to get the
Mhm.
peachy folders and like
Oh,
ah
and I love that they're bringing that back. So, question, did you prefer the folders that had the pockets like long ways or the ones that were like horizontal?
oh my God, that is I forgot that they used to have them the long ways until you
Uh-huh.
just said that. Now they also used to have it quarter. So
They did.
I'm gonna split the baby and say quarter because
Wow.
I'm partial to shoving it in from the side, but also
Uh-huh.
it's very clean to like put it in from the top.
Love it.
So
I like
quarter, you get
that.
a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I
How
forgot
about
about
you?
that. No, I'm totally the one the up and down.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, something about like, I don't know, like being able to like look through my
Oh,
pages like at a certain way.
I love when you do your hand. I feel like I'm right there with you, like you're shuffling your paper.
For real, it's like so exciting. I'm just like the little things, right? And
No, how about how about this for a little thing when you would write so hard on your notebook with blue pen and your penmanship especially was really pretty, and then you would turn the page over and it would crinkle as you turned it
stop
over.
it. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
a specific sound.
Uh-huh.
And not only that, when you flip the page over and then you wrote so hard that
Uh-huh.
it made
Take
an
it there.
imprint.
Yep.
And then you would rub your hand
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
over the imprint and it was like braille almost.
Yes.
And it was
Yes.
like soothing. And it's
Oh,
just that's why, okay, have you ever had a moleskin journal?
yes.
Ugh, I am telling you, moleskin journals, they are expensive.
Yes.
So expensive. Like if you don't know what they are, like literally uh for a normal 8.5 by 11, it's literally
Yeah.
like $29.
It is. And it's like why? Because what kind of paper is that?
I want to say it's a
Recycled?
specific, it's a specific type of paper that literally when you rip it, it's not like, like normal
Like
paper.
shh.
Yeah, it's not like this. No.
Uh-huh. No,
It's
it's
like
more
it's like rubbery. Like it's like
yeah.
plastic. It goes
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah, totally. Really good description,
yes.
by the way.
Yeah. And the thing is when you write with a pen and it has to be like a paper mate or
Mhm.
like a Bic pen. Is it
Oh,
Bic?
yeah.
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 Is that what it's
Bic.
called?
Hmm.
Um, and that specific blue, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, something because you're able to get really deep into that paper.
Mm.
And it's so smooth the way you write.
Oh.
It's like it's perfection. It really
Yeah.
is.
You know what? I have to give you props with your writing because you never ever had let your writing go to the side.
Mhm.
Since I left high school, because I used to have nice writing, and ever since I left, everything was like laptops, and then you work in the office setting, and you're always
Mhm.
typing things out, and you type, and time goes by, you get lazy. Like my hand is tired when I have to write. So then
Yeah.
I try to make an effort to write nice, but then I'm like, okay, I'm getting tired. Like I lost the muscle in my hand to write, and it really
Mhm.
frustrates me. Like today I went to a hearing up the street regarding like getting parking meters on our block. It's a whole to do, and I
Uh-huh.
had to write my name, my phone number, and my
Uh-huh.
email. And by the time I got to the last four digits of my phone number, it was like, did a blind man write this shit? Like I don't know
Oh
how.
my gosh.
Now, is it a conscious effort what you're doing when you're writing, or do you
Mhm.
not even think about it?
Um, you know what though? I will admit it has gotten worse because I am not used to writing as much.
Okay.
I do have a lot of journals, calendars, all that stuff to where I could write, but I do too when I find like if I'm writing a card because I'm infamous for writing cards to Tony, like we like always write cards to each other. My hand does get tired. Like it's like kids nowadays. Like I guess I don't know. It depends on what school you go to because Presley they write everything. They don't have
Oh,
computers yet to that extent, But when we were younger, I don't know, we must have built like major muscles in our
Yeah.
hands because I'm telling you, when I write too long, I definitely feel the pain in my hand. And it's to where like my writing does get more sloppy. But if I see it's getting sloppy, I just like, I have to start over. That is how much of a perfectionist I am. It needs to be consistent, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know, like it's like a lost art.
I don't know what to do. Should writing exercises maybe if I start right, maybe it's like reading 10 minutes a night.
Mhm.
Because again, everything has been social media, TikTok. That's how I unwind at night is 10 minutes of TikTok. I'm watching reorganization videos, and that puts
Mhm.
me straight to the zone of going to sleep.
Love
Now,
it.
why can't I just get my book? I have so many looking at me, and
Mhm.
I've started 10 at the same time, and I've just, but
Yeah.
then they just are there because I'd rather just do this.
Mhm.
And so
Yes.
I should theoretically read my 10 minutes and then write something, anything for 10 minutes.
Mhm.
I don't want to lose, like, I hate the way I write. It's so ugly now.
Well, I would suggest like instead of doing TikTok, just getting like one of those journals where it has a whole bunch of prompts. So you
Yes.
have to write. And I have those and I love those so much.
Yeah,
Because hell, you even learn a lot about yourself through those prompts, right? And that will also help. But do you have carpal tunnel
I
that you know
do.
of? So that could be a huge, huge reason why your hands hurt when you write.
Yeah, like you know me, I've been cracking my wrists forever, and
Mhm.
that's how, and now it's catching up to me. Like the other day, I had to put on a lidocaine patch and then
Oh
wrap
wow.
it
Mhm.
because it was shooting all the way. It shoots all the way up. It's
Ooh.
not like that all the time, but like I must have cracked my wrist in my sleep or something, and then
Mhm.
that happened. So like it really, it's like a dead arm. It's like when I'm
Oh
writing, I'm like
no.
this. So like
Oh.
I have all these journals, prompts, and like I have my Oprah journal, and I really
Mhm.
want to like write in it prettily so I can look
Mhm.
back 10 years later, but like I just can't. I'm just so lazy about it. I'm
Yeah.
so lazy about it. It's a pet peeve of
No.
mine.
And yeah, it's hard. It really is. I mean, uh, I don't know. I really think it'd probably be like that forever.
I know.
Unfortunately, especially if you have carpal tunnel because
Oh,
it's just all those tendons and stuff. I
ew.
knew you were gonna say that.
That's almost as disgusting as hamstring.
Her panties.
Ew. You okay? Hi.
Panties, panties, panties.
Or worse, making love.
Oh,
Ew.
oh,
Thank you.
what the hell?
So these are words that make me want to rip my ears out. And you
Yeah,
agree with me on the whole making love. Who says that?
yeah.
Let's make love.
Do you think it's worse in English or Spanish?
I knew you were going to ask that because in high school, we would want to barf at the word sexo.
Ah, oh my gosh, it's like nails to a chalkboard.
Ew, gross.
Gosh. It's so I don't know. And even like the way that like the tone that someone says it is just like,
It's
oh,
perverted. It's
yeah.
perverted. Like even when people use the P word that you just said to describe underwear, it
Hmm.
sounds perverted. It sounds like a dirty old man is saying, let me hold your pee."
Yeah, like Tony jokes around because he knows I hate that word too. And he's like, he says like the way he says it, it's like panties, panties.
Ew.
Ew.
Oh, that is so disgusting. Oh my God.
Ah.
If I wasn't already gay, that would make me gay. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, it's so disturbing. It really is. Oh, there's so many words in the English language though that are just
Oh
ill.
yeah. We could be here all day.
Like moist.
Moist used to bother me a lot more when I was younger, but now
Same here.
it calls to mind cake,
Yeah, I was
freshly
gonna
baked
say it
cake.
reminds me of cake, but it depending on the situation, yeah, I would say like 10 years ago, it really bothered me.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why. Why does moist bother people? Is it because like they think of like
Body
sex?
parts.
Yeah.
They think of like a moist vag.
Yes. Yeah. In the panties.
Ew. No. I also, you and I both hate the PY word.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. I don't even want to say it. Do not say it because
No.
it's disgusting. But
Yeah.
basically, it's another word for your vaginal region.
Yes. P-U, crooked letter Y.
Ah, never say that to us.
Or even I hate when people say the word tits.
Ew, I do too. My boobs hurt. When you said that, oh my God.
I can't either. I don't think I've ever seen, yeah, that too. I don't think I've ever said that word. Like, I can't even remember the last time I said that word.
That is the
Ew.
disgustingest word. I think that's
Ugh,
worse than making love.
no, for sure. And and I don't like
Ew.
when people just throw it out there,
I
like,
know.
like it's
Like
just like I
you're
don't
like
even know
my
what to
my
say.
my my T's are just out. I'm like, what?
Ew. Or wait, but in Spanish?
Ugh. Oh God. No, actually, I can actually say that one though, and not the English way because ew,
But
ew.
I don't like when people say chi-chis.
Me,
That's disgusting. What the
that's
freak?
such a perverted word.
It is. But like when
Ew.
I hear, and you know what it is when I hear a woman say that, like when they're
Yeah.
talking to like da 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 chi-chis, ew,
Yeah. Yeah.
shut
Yeah.
up.
No, but it bothers me more when men say it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think yeah, I have. I was gonna say I've never heard a man say it. Yes, I have. It's just
Yeah.
gross. It's a
Or
nasty
or
word.
even when they use the actual literal word for breasts, they'll say it in Spanish, senos. Ew, get the
See, just
hell out of my face.
honestly, just any word pertaining to that.
What is that? I mean, is that like very unfeminist of us that we're not like celebrating the tea?
I don't know because I don't even like saying breasts.
I don't either, unless we're talking about chicken.
And I do not like saying boobs either because I don't know, boobs for some reason, it just, to me, it kind of sounds like not vulgar. It's just boobs. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't
Oh
know.
my
I'm
God,
just
I'm dying. I
disturbed.
didn't know that about you. Are there any words that bother you when it comes to like the female anatomy though, besides P ends with Y? Because I actually really enjoy the word like because now we're getting into clinical and so this isn't offensive at all, but I really enjoy the word labia. I feel like that would be a
Oh,
nice name for a cafe.
a labia cafe.
Let's meet up at Labia at 3 o'clock. Or the
Oh
labia
my
latte.
gosh.
The labia latte. I can't. Oh my God.
Can I get a vanilla labia latte
Doesn't that sound
with some
refreshing?
cinnamon on top?
Oh my God. Neen, we could be onto something
For real,
here.
hold the hairs. I
Ew.
don't know. You know what though?
Hold the hairs. Actually, sorry, now my wheels are spinning because that could be like you don't want any cinnamon or
Hmm.
chocolate.
Yeah,
Like, okay, I like
exactly.
that. Oh my
But see,
God, Neen, let's do this.
we might encounter a problem because then it would be like, you know, no cream, please.
Mm, good point. Good point. Well, ew, never mind. I was gonna say something gross, but
But
that was too vulgs. Yeah, labia is a good word. What about
labia,
vulva?
vulva's actually, it's not offensive in any way.
I feel like that could be someone's name. Like, hi, my name is Vulva Henderson. What's your name?
Right? Yeah, for
See?
real.
Like that,
Yeah.
those two words don't bother us, but like,
No, but clit,
yeah,
taurus,
see now,
clitoris.
that's okay, but like shortening it, I want to rip my ears off. And
Mhm,
it's like
yeah.
it's our body part, but like, and it's
Hmm.
clinical, but still, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
just
or
like, just like,
areola.
I don't like that word. I don't
Uh,
like that word. Or rectum.
ew. Okay, that hurts.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Poor Fridays with Neen has turned into like a clinical debate. Oh my God.
Oh my
Guys.
gosh. And have you ever had a hemorrhoid?
No thing. Well, actually, I think so.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
think
if
I
I did.
have.
Yeah, see?
But like I thought they last forever. Do they go away?
No, it depends. Like some people have issues with hemorrhoids and they
Okay.
don't go away. Like they're
Oh.
they're like out. But and sometimes they have to be surgically like put
Uh,
back and like whatever.
uh.
But sometimes you could pressure like have like push so hard
Yeah.
that they kind of come out and it's
Ew.
so
Do they hang?
gross.
Do they
Yeah,
like
like
what?
some of them are like it could really like come out.
Oh
to
my
where it's
God.
dangerous. Like you could strangle your intestine.
And ow.
But I know, I think, because like sometimes they say if it itches there, it could be a sign of a hemorrhoid. But I
Interesting.
remember one time I wiped and it was sore.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. That's what.
ow.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Because
Mhm.
you can wipe too hard and some stuff can happen.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Yikes." And then I was like, "Ooh." And so I was
Yikes.
washing and I was like, "Yikes, what's that bubble back there?" It's like tiny. It
Ah.
was like a bump. It was like a little grape. And
Okay.
then it
I don't
just went
know.
away.
Okay. Maybe that was a Hemi. Let's call it a
Yeah.
Hemi.
Yeah, I like that better than a hemorrhoid or roid.
Ugh. Gross.
Well, okay, so it's Fridays with Neen, but this conversation actually is cool because I was just, I was thinking about it and I kind of wanted to just like talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. And this is perfect. Like,
Great.
yes, the whole concept of this episode is, I think you kind of touched on it actually, was TikTok a little, um, how this whole ban is going with TikTok.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about that? Like, I know for now, I think Montana is the only state that has officially banned TikTok. And apparently, I think they said China or TikTok is suing Montana for doing so. But in the grander scheme of things, I don't know if this will infiltrate throughout the rest of the country. It's very possible. Um, I know you love TikTok. I like TikTok, right? But do you think that there are negative? Do you see why maybe some people could be pro banning this? Or do you think there should be an age restriction?
I think that banning it completely, I'm not for.
Mhm.
Now age restriction I would be in favor of that because I think you and I were having a conversation a while back about like kids being at at school, like being
Mhm.
bullied. And
Right.
TikTok was the source of it, or bullying another kid on TikTok. Now that's
Mhm.
dangerous. And also, you can get like false information, off of to any social media platform, not just TikTok.
Mhm.
Uh, so that bothers me. But where I feel like that's like, okay, really chill out. There's a lot of people that have built a business off of being on TikTok. Like a lot of people that I follow that started and the beginning of the pandemic, they started really using it because they didn't have
Mhm.
anything else to do. They didn't have a job anymore. And they
Right.
now have become full-time influencers. Now, if TikTok is banned, that's a whole like God, maybe even like 65-70% of their income and revenue is
Oh,
gone
totally.
because that's where
Mhm.
they get sponsorships and they get they need it. And so I
Yeah.
feel for them, because
Mhm.
that's still a job. I know people are like, oh, please, like influencing but like it's a lot, watching how they edit stuff and
Oh,
like and
yeah.
having to sell things constantly. I have mad respect for all these little 20-year-olds that I follow. Man, I follow this 20-year-old that now she's a homeowner,
Mhm.
courtesy of all
Dang.
her work she's done just off of cleaning. She's one of the girls that cleans all
Mm.
the time. I love her. She's this pretty little 20-year-old, and now she's got her house and 4 stories and like my dream kitchen and like it's like
Wow.
intense. And it's like good for you because she's been hustling. So I'm totally against the ban, but I do like your suggestion about an age
Mhm.
because there's so many kids who are vulnerable to bullying and stuff. And hell,
Oh,
there's
of
adults
course.
being bullied on this crap, like, but not just on TikTok,
Mhm.
everywhere. So
Oh,
yeah.
totally.
How about
And
you?
yeah, no, for sure. Cause I know, yeah, I think I had mentioned something about one of, I don't think it was in her class, but another class where, TikTok came into play and they were being bullied. And the thing is that there's a lot of things that come through TikTok as far as that are not age appropriate, even when you put up the restrictions on age. Because I did have Pretzel, I allowed her because she would laugh over, like, some of the episodes about animals or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you get those ones that come in and you're like, ooh, that's not appropriate. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. And then it was like, okay, you can only watch it when I'm with you. but then
Okay.
that didn't work, right? So I just completely took it off and I told her, no, you're not allowed because it could just get addictive for one. And there's so many other things out there in the world that people are already addicted to when it comes to computers and social media. I don't need to like already plant the seed yet, right? I
Right.
want her to focus mainly on school because you know how it is with us. Like you said, like that's how I put myself to sleep is I'm just there and I'm like, laughing at, like those memes where people are laughing at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and they said they went
Yes.
to bed at 10. That's me. So as far as banning it, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
Only because, like you said, along the same lines, it's people's livelihoods and, hey, to each its own. If we start
exactly.
censoring these type of things now, like what's next? Right.
Right.
So the main reason why I brought this up was because on our last episode on Wednesday, we were talking about just our childhood, like our friendship during high school and things that transpired, our memories, reminiscing about this and that. And when I was really thinking about it, I was just thinking about how much friendships and relationships and just the culture of that has changed between the 90s and now. It's
Yes.
crazy. Like when you probably wouldn't think it, but it has. When I started doing some research on this, I was like, wow, these are the things I really didn't think about. So, according to redbookmagazine.com, right? They were saying that there's so many things that we used to do back in the day that kids nowadays don't do. Obviously, we know some of the obvious ones, but I remember during summer or even after school, we were on the phone. We would want to call our best friends. I wanted to finish my homework so I could call my best friend and we'd be on the phone forever. And
Hmm.
sometimes you wouldn't even talk.
Yeah, you'd
Sometimes,
watch TV.
yes, exactly. Watch a movie, watch shows, laugh, or what are you doing? And just be there,
Yeah. Oh, you're making me
right?
nostalgic.
But they were unending phone calls way into the night to where I'm sure both of us have passed out on a phone line
We
together.
have. We
Yes.
have. I remember one where you fell asleep on the
Uh-huh.
phone. It was the cutest thing ever. And then I think I
Yes.
just went to sleep and we were asleep on the phone. How cute.
Remember? It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy how, we have cell phones now, but it's different. The idea of picking up a phone and calling your friend is taboo now. It's
It
kind of
is.
like
It's like,
when some
hello?
like if I were to call you on the phone just randomly, you'd probably
Yeah.
be like, "Why is Neen calling me? Is everything okay?" Like you
Yes.
may think twice, like, "Uh-oh, something must be wrong," or because
Yeah.
it's so out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And it's not just with friendships, but also even relationships. Like when you think about, and I don't know how it was with you and Kara, but I know with me and Tony, when we first started talking, the phone, like actually talking on the phone was like one of the best parts of our relationship in the beginning because we literally would be on the phone all night to where we would
Yeah.
just fall asleep and I would
Yeah.
wake up and he'd be like that's all you would hear. And I'd be like, "Oh," and I would just stay on the phone and listen. But there was something so like genuine and
It was.
special
Yeah.
because I feel like when you're not face to face, you could really like be vulnerable and allow yourself to like expose things about, yourself that you normally wouldn't if you were face to face with someone, especially when you're dating. And I think I don't know how people do it nowadays because we're not in that scene anymore. But I think a lot of it's texting, sexting. Um, and there's just something about like there's something special about that, about being able to talk to someone for hours on end and not get sick of it.
Mm, you're making me go back and I feel fuzzy.
Right? Because I'm telling you, there are times where I would love to just go in a hotel room and call Tony.
Yeah.
I just, maybe I'll do that. Send
Yeah.
him off and we could talk the night away. you
Yeah.
know? And I
Oh.
don't know if it would be the same because obviously, it'd be like, oh, wait, what are you doing? What do you have for dinner? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's just something so special about that. And it's funny when you look at how it was back then versus now. I mean, we didn't have cell phones back then. So, when you think of if your boy, okay, let's think about this when it came to cell phones and relationships. How about like trust and cheating? How has the 90s versus now and social media and Instagram and Facebook and all these different apps. Like, what's that one app? Is it Ashley Madison?
After
Where
Ashley Madison. Yes.
that
Forgot about
totally changed
that.
up the game when it came to having anonymity as far as like, oh, well, this is a website where you can cheat and you can do this and your partner will never find out because everything's anonymous. How is that okay? In the 90s, that never would have happened. The thing with the 90s is that no one could get a hold of you. So if you just left, you could be gone for hours and you literally just had to wait.
Exactly. And only if someone saw you would they know
Hmm.
what you were up
Exactly.
to.
Yeah. But now with social media, a lot of people, I want to say guys, but guys or girls, you could leave a big footprint behind, whether it be in DMs, even though now, you notice how they have that vanish thing on Instagram where you could just vanish the messages? That's weird, isn't
That's
it?
a cheater designed that.
Yeah, because I was like, because when that happened to me, when my finger accidentally went up, I was like, what is that for? What would you need it
Mm,
for? It makes no
right.
sense why you would have to hide a conversation unless you didn't want someone to know about it, right? So, when you think of cheating, though, what are some things now that people get themselves into that you think they wouldn't have to deal with back in the day? Like when you think of like not so much with Kara, but like in your past relationships, like I know for me, especially with cell phones, like it doesn't bother me anymore, like with Tony when his notifications go off. Like I'm not like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Right? Some people are like that.
Yeah.
But in the past, it would have bothered
Oh,
me because of the people I was with.
right. Oh my God. I mean, for
Mhm.
me, my trigger for a long time after the fact was the phone being on its face. Like the phone
Mhm.
just you couldn't see the screen.
Uh-huh.
That
And
that would be
tell me why people don't. Okay, so like when that was a trigger for you or when you were in that situation and that was happening, did you confront that person about it?
oh yeah, and it was put back on me.
Yes.
I was the one with the like, oh, what? Like, wait, I think one of the lines was, oh, I just don't want to be bothered by email notifications.
Okay, cuz whatever.
Like
How lame is that?
I was born yesterday, apparently. But yeah. But one of the things also to answer your question though about like the cheating,
Mhm.
what we didn't have back then was dating apps. Like okay, in the same text or context as Ashley Madison. I mean,
Mhm.
we didn't have Grinder, we didn't have Bumble, we didn't have none of
Yep.
those things, right? And you could do it under different names. I mean,
Mhm.
I follow a page on Facebook just for kicks. It was my friend showed it to me because we're trying to help out another friend who's on the dating scene,
Mhm.
and it's called Are We Dating the Same Guy in San Francisco? And they'll share
Oh shoot.
a guy's photo and then they'll say, this is what happened. Does anyone know this person? And then all these women will chime in. Oh yeah, he's got a
No
wife and kids.
way.
Yes. So A, props to women for having for
Oh,
creating this.
completely.
But B, isn't that sad that women had to create that? Because,
Yes.
and again, not to put blame on men and call all men dogs, but
Right.
women are just as dirty. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
completely.
I am so sorry. They are
Mhm.
conniving and I think it's way worse when a woman cheats because a man cheats with his body part. They're just trying to
Right.
get trying to get their rocks off for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. When a woman cheats, that's deep.
Oh, completely.
That is mind. That's like stepping out of your relationship with
Oh,
your
yeah.
mind, your emotion, and your body.
Mm-hmm. Oh, completely. Because when a woman cheats, you know, and not saying that it's an excuse, but you know that they had to be unhappy, that there was something that drove them to do that,
Yep, something
and
very big.
exactly. Because like you said, I just feel like with women, it's so different. Like,
It's
I would,
intentional.
yeah, completely. Like with a man, it's just like you said, they're just thinking with their body part. And a woman, they know what they're going to do.
Yeah, they do. They've made the decision to do it. They're going to go through with it. And then they're left with, uh-oh, do I continue? And then pretty soon they're in another whole ass relationship with this new
Hmm.
person while trying to maintain, relationship A. It's crazy. It
Oh,
really
completely.
is. It's a
And they will
full-time
have
job.
relationships for hella long. Because
Oh
that's the thing with
God.
women is that men a lot of times assume women won't do that. Oh, my wife wouldn't
Exactly.
do that. They are
Exactly.
so freaking comfortable.
Yeah, they're
They would
loyal. Like, oh, my
never
wife
assume
is
that.
loyal. Hey, because my wife has dinner on the table. My kids are happy. La la
Mhm.
la. Okay, because wifey's putting in double time to make sure she's got all her eggs in a basket because she ain't stupid.
Oh,
So
for real, because
like,
women aren't sloppy. The only time they
uh-uh.
get sloppy is if they want to get caught.
Woo!
That's the only time. Because women are calculated, they are perfectionists. They will make sure they clean, fingerprints. They remember stuff.
Oh
They do
yeah.
not leave a trace, whereas men leave a whole bunch of cheese,
I
right?
mean, yeah, like lipstick on the collar, like
Yes.
that's what is that called? Not stereotype, but that's a thing
Hmm.
because it's been done so many times. Now, if a
Completely.
woman leaves an article of clothing at her house for
Hmm.
her main man, for her husband to find, she did that on purpose. She's not going
Oh,
to leave any
yes.
evidence whatsoever that could
Man, you
tie
know
her
what?
to it.
This, I don't even know if we're going to get through this whole thing with Fridays with Neen, but you know what? Actually, I don't care because I want to talk about this one show. Now that we're talking about this, I want to talk about this one movie that we both liked,
Oh, are you going to say it?
Unfaithful.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so
Go.
okay, so this is with what is her name? Diane
Diane Lane.
Diane Lane, and I don't know who that guy was,
He
but
was
I
some
was like, hello.
French, started with an O, some French guy. He was
Yeah. Yes.
something Olivier.
Oh,
Rrrr,
yeah.
Gorgina.
Wow.
And of
Wow.
course, the ever so classy, the ever so
Hmm.
timeless Richard Gere. Oh,
Oh,
yes. What an attractive cast.
right? Oh, completely. And Tony hates that movie. He
Why?
will not watch it. He will not. It's one of the sexiest movies
It is.
that
I
I
want to
have,
watch it right now.
right? Man, too bad we can't watch it and just talk about it while we're watching it. It is one of the sexiest movies that I have ever seen. And, but you know what, though? It was so sad. It was so true. It was so like enticing.
Mm.
And when she was doing it, like when she was doing the like she thought about it, like you said, like what we just said about cheating and how women are, it's exactly how Diane Lane was in this movie, because she thought twice about it. But
Yeah.
and that was the thing, is that her adorable husband, completely comfortable, would never have had a clue or never thought that his wife would do that, because in his mind, everything was great. Everything was fine. Yeah, maybe they had some issues here and there, but it wasn't, life shattering to where he would think that his wife would go and cheat on him, because they
Right.
had the house, they had the kid, they had the job. I mean, he gave her the space too that she needed.
Right. But again, like you said, it was a very complacent way
Very
of
much so.
living, very monotonous, very
Hmm.
like you wake up and they cover that. You wake
Right.
up, good morning, I love you, the occasional bump and grind, that was all the
Yeah,
same.
like the scheduled sex time.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And she wanted more. I remember that scene where she had her sorry, where she had the lingerie out and he noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just because he was like, "Whoa, I've never seen this," or "Why are you wearing this on a Tuesday?" It was very telling.
Yes,
It was so well done. And then
it
the
was.
way when she first gets together with the guy, um, she's turned on by it, but she's
Mm-hmm.
also upset. But
Right.
then she gives in, but then she feels
Mhm.
horrible.
Exactly.
It's
And then it
so well
becomes,
done.
oh, it was, and then it becomes an obsession.
Yeah, you
And
can't
it's
get
like,
enough.
yeah, you can't, you just want more and more and more. And then she makes that mistake where she forgets to pick up her kid because she falls asleep. And then that's when things just start to unravel. But
Mm.
during that time, though, her husband already is having an inkling like, oh my gosh. And then he hires that private investigator, is taking pictures, and you see
Oh,
her. And I mean, but it's crazy because when you think about it, like the things that she did with him are the things that, okay, like for example, when women say to a guy, I want you to be more aggressive, how do you interpret that? And how do you think the man interprets it? Because I was watching Love is Blind last night,
of course.
and it was interesting to see the depiction of what he thought versus what she wanted. So what do you think the difference is?
When I hear that phrase aggressive, I think of it in a physical way. I think
Mhm.
that the woman means just take me and
Mhm.
like throw me on the bed, pull my hair. I don't know, like whatever. Like that. I mean it. I interpret it in the literal sense,
Mhm.
but then you know, in today's day and age, that might not
Right.
be appropriate. And maybe they mean that. Maybe they mean it now. They could mean it like that, but they also mean it like, you know, take just tell me what you want, or like take
Mhm.
control, but still like be respectful. But
Right.
they want them to be more, I don't want to call it manly, but more
Right.
like
Like hands-on, like,
dominating.
yes, that's a perfect word,
Yeah.
dominating. Because
Yeah.
so in the Love is Blind episode that I watched, there's this couple, and he is the most adorable, sweetest
Oh,
guy you ever want to meet. I mean, like, I know him, but he has the cutest little face,
oh,
beautiful eyes, and he's with this girl that is a lot harder than him. Like her demeanor, she's more rough, more like tough, and like just very um just she dominates him like with their arguments. Like they're very, like, I guess you could say they're very like explosive. She's very explosive where he's more just like, okay, like just wants to make her happy. And so basically, in a nutshell, they end up breaking up. But her complaint to him was, I want you to be more aggressive. Like, we're not having sex, we're not doing this. And he goes and then tells his friend, like, I don't know, like, she's telling me she wants me to be more aggressive. Does that mean, she wants me to like throw her on the bed and like pull her hair and like, you know, choke her? Like, that's what he's thinking. But at the same time, like after this and they start talking about it, she's like, I just want someone to be more like take control of things. Like I don't
mhm.
like, and I think that's valid in the sense
I
that a lot
agree.
of women sometimes feel like they are not only being the mom, but they're also being the mom to their husbands.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's certain situations, especially when it comes to more adult acts in relationships, especially with your husband, where hell, I mean, or wife, right? Where you want to, when they come home, and if you're by yourself, like, try something. Like,
You're
I
in
don't
the
want to say,
kitchen, come up from
yes,
behind,
yeah, like
little
in Father of
nookie.
the Bride, remember
Yeah,
when he surprised her?
I was just about to, yes, the
Yes,
hair dye got him going. And then, yeah.
yes,
And she was like, what's gotten into you? But she liked it. Yeah.
yes, and I think that you need that in order to keep like the flame alive. And it doesn't mean that you want to be thrown around and beat up, right?
No.
But when you look at that movie, unfaithful,
Yeah.
that's how he was treating her, because that was what he said. He goes, what can he give you that I didn't? And when you look at how their lives were, like their sexual lives were, and how even he was when they would just talk, like she felt every word that he said to her, even when they were just having conversation.
Mhm.
He romanticized her. And I think women still want that. Like they
Yeah.
want to feel like your man is the one that's going to like take care of you, or like,
Oh yeah. Oh
take
yeah. Me.
control. Okay, Tony. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if you throw me on the bed and surprise me, that kind of stuff. Like that's exciting. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, stop.
Like, but don't.
Right? Exactly. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Don't kiss me there, huh? Keep going. I mean, those are the kind of things that keep that flame alive. And men, though, like you could tell a man over and over and over, and they just, oh, you're funny, or they just don't get it.
Yeah.
And I think in
Exactly.
this case, I don't know, I can't remember if she told him, maybe she did after he found out. And, you know, it it didn't, I guess, click with him to do anything about it. And it's sad because he ended up losing everything in the end because of how it ended. I won't mess it up for people, but it's either like that movie, but there was also another movie that I was thinking of when it came to cheating, and now I can't think of it. But there's a few, and when you watch movies nowadays, or you like that with that kind of plot, it's the same premise where the woman wants to be dominated in a way, but in a loving manner, but they don't want to feel like that Betty
Hmm.
Crocker either, because there's like a sweetness that gets old quickly. Especially
Right.
when you're the housewife and you're always like, doing this, doing that, helping the kids, all that stuff, cooking, cleaning. There's a certain type of loving and reaction that you want from your husband or your wife. And when you don't get it, it gets old really quick. And so, reeling it back in the 90s, it was so much more different to be able to be, like I said, anonymous, like you said, with those apps. Nowadays it's different because everything's out there and it's so easy to leave a trail. So easy. You can the sliding into DMs
Sliding
or
into. Sorry, that phrase will always crack me up.
okay, so I have a question for you. Do you know what Netflix and chill is?
Does that mean come over and we'll put on a movie but not watch it?
Yeah, yeah, it's like hooking up.
Yeah.
I
Why?
had no clue.
Are you serious,
I
me?
swear, I swear.
That's
I
been
had
around since 2010.
Stop it. I had no clue.
Yes.
And
It's like basically, uh-huh.
the only reason why I knew this is because one of our mutual friends, her cousin was got a new job and presented something or whatever in the job, and she's like, like I guess it was like a marketing kind of job, and she's like, yeah, and you could say, Netflix and chill, and everybody started laughing.
Oh my
And
God.
they were like, that's not appropriate, you can't say that. And she's like, what do you mean? And I would so be like that because I had no clue that that's what it meant. I can't believe you do. I'm just like,
Yes.
was
Oh
this
my
from a
God.
movie?
I'm trying to think where it came from, but like that's basically like, and then if you ever hear someone say, I think I've seen this and said, you want to come over and put on a movie and not watch it. I mean, in the 90s, like that was a thing. And then
Oh,
they just put the title of Netflix because it's the cool. Yeah, there are even like Halloween costumes. Like I've seen couples do Halloween
no
costumes. One
way.
person wears a Netflix thing and the other one's an ice cube. Like you haven't seen that.
It's so funny.
Oh,
See, I'm still stuck in the 90s. That's a
you're
perfect example.
adorable.
I mean, hello. But, everything's changed when it comes to relationships, friendships, whatever. Just the classic coffee date. Like we were talking about earlier when we were talking about, vulvas and labias.
Right.
Like Coffee back in the day was just a simple coffee and cream and sugar. Nowadays, look at how complicated it is. You go to
Right.
Starbucks and you're behind someone for 20 minutes because they're trying to perfect their perfect order, you know?
Ugh.
Nowadays, everything's changed. When we used to be friends, though, in high school, we used to, that our friendships, our outings used to consist of going to the mall,
Mm.
photo booth pics. I love
Yep.
photo booth pics. Um, Going to Claire's, okay, and just
Yes.
like spending so much money on stuff that you probably don't even use.
Right. Or Sam Goody and like buying all the
Yes,
CD singles and stuff and like
exactly.
bookstores and going to the coffee bar and
Uh-huh.
life was just simpler,
Oh, it was,
Target.
oh, completely. Target. Remember we used to go to Target and then go to the piano section?
Yeah.
And we used to just, do like Lionel Richie and
We
stuff.
would. Yes.
Yeah.
Or we would go over to the nature sounds and listen to the
Hmm.
CDs.
Oh, remember when he worked at Natural Wonders? Is that what it's called?
How, yes. How could I forget?
Oh my God, that was such a serene store.
It was. I loved it.
Gosh, they need to bring that back. But even going to concerts is kind of like it's still big because you're a big concert goer, but it was like we said in the past, it was so much more common. Like that, those were like the things to do, and we used to do that all the time.
That
But
was
now
our
with
thing.
ticket sales and everything
Oh,
else, it's just not affordable. But even the simple task of going out on a Friday night, getting ready, going cruising for hours with your friends, blasting the music.
remember we would drive to
Yes.
like everywhere,
Yeah.
Timbuktu and
Uh-huh.
Starbucks when it first started being popular, and just
Yes.
listening to music and driving nowhere. We'd always go to the beach.
Totally. Yes,
Oh,
we would. I mean, and it's so funny when I worked at the salon, people, a lot of people in the city at the time and even now, because San Francisco's, a techie world basically, people were coming from the Midwest and the East Coast, and a lot of my clients were from the Midwest, like not from here. And it's so funny because multiple people would say, I'm like, "Oh, where do you live?" "Oh, I live in the Avenues." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, like about what part?" And we're talking. I go, "So, oh, what do you have planned tonight?" And it's like a Friday night, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, my friends, they live in the Mission and they want to like hook up, and go get drinks, but I don't know, I'm all the way in the Avenues and it's just too far of a drive."
you
It's
know
just
what
like,
though? They're not lying. Because we have a friend that lives in the avenues and we went anytime we go, we're like, we're still in the Uber. It's like a clear across town.
but it's so crazy because when we were younger,
Yeah, we didn't
we
trip
didn't
off that.
care. Like
No.
we would go from the Avenues to the Mission to like down on Lombard
Yeah. Remember? Oh
in
my
no time,
God.
you
Oh,
know?
those were the
It
days.
was. I mean, I don't know. Everything's changed. Just everything how we are, like getting together with our girlfriends, hanging out. Nowadays, young kids, like their idea of fun is taking selfies in bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
When you break up with someone, it's not like everybody finds out because they have these like signs on their Instagram of their memes that they post, hoping that people will get a clue because they're, offending the other person that, and hoping that they'll notice that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we've all done it.
Yeah. And even if they do notice peeps, they're not gonna tell you.
No, they're not. That's so true. It's kind of like, I'm not going to tell people, but I'm just going to post all these things, like dangle some, bait out there.
Yeah.
I hate
Like or yeah, exactly. Or when they put on their status, just the feeling, heartbroken. What's
Okay.
wrong? What happened? No answer. Eye
Oh,
roll.
right? Or when people are like, "Oh, I can't really talk about it right now, but just please pray for me."
Yeah,
Or
I oh
like, don't do that. And then it seems like you're being nosy. So, like, especially if it's a friend, I don't want to reach out just because they're going to think, oh, she's being nosy, which I am. But at the same time, don't do that.
I don't want
Ugh.
to reach out.
It's like, shut up, but
Oh,
I don't know. To me, those are just some random thoughts that I had about today. Honestly, I'm content with how this ended, how this
I
episode is
I
ending
I
because
think we need to talk about it like a lot. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
so because it's something that we have gone through. Like, I
Mhm.
feel like it's just a natural thing. I feel like we're not alone in that sense, and I'm pretty sure that this will resonate with a lot of people. So
Yeah, and I think it just is a good idea and a reminder. I'm gonna leave us with this little tidbit on my part
do it.
that I think it's just a good reminder that when it comes to social media or just how times have changed, like especially as a mom, I think it's important to allow your child to still be a kid because there
Yes.
are so many things that they will get exposed to if we allow them to be exposed to these things online, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or just cruising the internet. Now there are no censors. I could just type in, I don't know, any porn site, and you don't have to prove anything in order to access that. And I think that the more we try and keep our children protected from those things, and I think that's why with for me as a mom with TikTok, I don't think, like I said earlier, I don't think it's a good idea to just ban it from people, especially those that make an income out of it. But I do think for little kids, I think it's something that we should, because there have been studies on it that shows that it is very addictive. I mean, we see it in ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So I was reading something and it was really interesting how they said, and I think I had heard that also from Kara, how like something with the blue light causes a trigger in your brain. The screen light causes something in your brain, which is similar to like a dopamine, and it creates an addictive thing inside of your body. So imagine that for little kids. It's become something that they just can't stop thinking of, like they want to continue it over and over. And
Yeah.
there's so many other things that they're missing out on, whether it be reading, riding their bike, roller skating. I mean, it'll be interesting to see this generation and how they grow up and how they will become as adults, because at least we were exposed to things in a different way when we were younger. A lot of us know how to ride a bike. We know how to socialize, communicate. We know how to introduce ourselves to a stranger or give people, talk to people, answer the phone. People don't know how to do that anymore. It's hard for people, especially, and then we throw COVID in there. It really effed up everyone.
It really
and
did.
and it's just, I just feel like to create a more healthier situation, not just with friends but even relationships, I think that it benefits everybody to kind of step back and just be in the moment and not be so on our tablets and computers and just experience things, because life is so short. And I know I say that a lot, but it's so true, because look at how much time we waste. Have you ever looked how much time you are on the phone on
Oh,
your
it's insane. You know what's
I'm
funny,
scared to look.
and also it also with the blue light is one thing, but another thing is when you look down, when you look at your phone, you're not looking at it like that. You're looking at it like
Mhm.
that. So you get like the neck pain, headaches. They call it, like, there's a name for that type of headache that you get from being on your phone.
I think it's called
Chiropractors,
like tech neck or something, and I don't know what the
yes,
headache's called, but I have tech
yes,
neck.
I do too. And it's like chiropractors see it a lot. And
Mhm.
it's like it's insane because if you think about it, the head weighs, God, how many pounds? 10
Mhm.
pounds easily.
Right.
And to have it constantly down and your neck is just like this. So it's a lot. It's a lot that
Yeah.
uh of pressure that we're putting on our bodies too. But I think you said
Imagine
it.
how we're gonna look.
I don't want to because that scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough for me to like really focus on this whole 10 pages a night, reading and writing.
Mhm. I'm surprised no one has come up with a like an actual contraption where you don't
They
have to
have,
lift your neck.
I have it.
Really? You do?
It's this thing you wear when you're in bed and it holds it right up here.
Stop it. I'd be afraid it's gonna fall on my face. Or is
No,
it
because
really secure?
it's clipped on, like, the thing that like you can put it on your elliptical
Oh
or
wow.
treadmills have it where it's like a rubber band type thing, but it like holds it. So I
Wow.
got it for when I want to watch TV on my phone at night or
Mhm.
scroll.
Oh,
So
I
I'm like
love
that.
it.
I got it at Ross a couple
Interesting.
years ago.
No way. And you use it religiously?
Not religiously, but I do have it. And when I remember, I use it because it's very useful.
Wow. Oh man, see? So there's so many factors. People are going to walk around in, 2078, we're going to have our chins stuck to our
Oh
chest.
God.
We're going to have like tech neck.
Ew.
It's just going to be a hot mess.
That
So,
is very unattractive. So
it
thank you for
is.
that image.
Imagine the arthritis.
Girl, if I already have it in my hand or carpal tunnel, can you think my poor neck? I swear, all because I like to watch organization videos.
Wow, but they are soothing though. And I like
They
when they're
are.
putting like the little plastic, things in the plastic bins
Oh, me
and it makes
too.
those sounds.
Mm.
Here we are with ASMR. But anyways, do you have any last thoughts, Steph? Or
I mean, I think you said it best, and just really try to be in the now. I have to echo what you said. I think that
yeah.
is something that I'm thankful we grew up in the time that we did because we got to experience life fully
Mm-hmm.
and really be disconnected from things, because even like TV, I wasn't even into, like, yeah, Friday weekends, but like I didn't really watch TV. Like I wasn't hooked on the TV all the time. Like I was out riding my bike, da da da. And
Yes.
it makes me sad for like today's kids or teenagers. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
totally different. And like we didn't have to deal with a lot of the things they have to deal with, like especially when it comes
Yeah.
to bullying and social media. So echoing what you said, just really like just stop and take time to smell the roses and be in the now.
Amen. Because you know what? Real quick, that's what they said. The light from the screens, they've noticed it causes depression.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm. So especially with our youth,
Mm.
imagine with all the amount of time that they're spending on it, uh, and all the mental health issues that we're having, they're finding a lot of things that coincide, like they're seeing things that like the cause and effect of things, and it's scary. So
Jesus.
anyways, if you guys have time, make sure to check out Unfaithful because it's such a good movie. Oh my God, I
It
think I'm gonna go
really
watch
is.
it.
I think I'm gonna go watch it right now with Angel, because that is definitely the movie
Yes.
to watch.
That's my movie I like to watch when I'm by myself
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, me
like,
too.
right? And you're like
Yeah,
in bed and you're just like, oh my God,
yeah.
it's
I
so
just love
exciting.
Diane Lane. Like
She's
I
so
just love
sexy
she really is. Oh
and
my
so
God.
beautiful. The way her hair could just be down, like thrown
Hustled.
about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's hot. I love her.
yes.
Oh, love it.
Anyways,
That was a
but
great one, Neen.
thanks, Steph. Thanks for all the tidbits and lovely commentary. I just love our little
Oh.
titty talks.
Oh, that was a good one. I was gonna be cute and say I love our banter, but you really took it there. So
I did.
be sure to change your, I can't even say it. I was gonna say be sure to change your pee, but I can't say it. It's so gross.
It is gross. Oh
Oh
gosh.
God. And guys, like what words bother you? Let us know. We want to
Yes,
know.
please do. Man, we should have a man on here so they can give their little tidbits.
Oh, because
I
they
don't
always
think
have to.
anything bothers them.
I don't think so either, because they're just comfortable with everything, including mansplaining everything to women. So yeah.
I have a question. Does because okay, you say this. You say like, "Oh, it made my nipples hard." Right? I've heard you say this.
Yes.
But would you say that to a man?
Yes.
Like, "Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's cool."
Because I'm not like attracted to men. Maybe that's why I feel like I can, when I talk to guys, it's like I'm talking to my, I don't have any interest or
Right.
whatever. So it's like a friend.
Right.
Like I wouldn't say that to my boss, but
Right.
like, or like my father-in-law, but like a guy, like I'll be totally gross with the guy, like no
Yeah.
problem. Like
Yeah, okay, I like
I
that.
wouldn't think twice about, I think I've said it in front of Tony because
No,
like
you
I don't,
have.
yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, how about
And I'm
you?
offended. Just kidding. No. Gosh, no way. Oh my gosh, I just thought of a new topic for next talks
What?
Fridays with Neen. I can't tell, it's a secret.
Oh, you're such a
But
hooker.
yeah, it's interesting. And then
Okay.
it'll be good convo, so I can't wait. But that being said, I'm happy we had this convo and it was fabulous stuff.
Oh my God, Neen, thank you so much. You totally brought like a nice just end of the day for me, because when we
Aw.
record this, it's middle of the week, but when you guys hear it, it's Friday. So when it's the middle
Mhm.
of the week, we're tired. We have a lot going on. So this was a very
Yes.
nice, this was the cherry on top of a really good hot fudge sundae. So thank you
Ooh.
so much for this
Aw.
amazing conversation, Neen.
No,
And,
thank you.
without further ado, catch you on the flip side.
Oh yeah, peace out, buddy.
Oh, Pauly Shore.
I know I love him.